It is the biggest event of the summer. It is WWE SummerSlam. Tonight, we're going to be simulating a match in which, if you're a WWE fan, you cannot wait to see. It is Happy Corbin, the controversial and loudmouth Happy Corbin, up against the electrifying Pat McAfee here tonight on WWE 2K22 on SummerSlam. And tonight, the matchup is underway. Bell is rung, and here we go. Corbin right now on the assault at the early going on McAfee. This all began whenever Corbin, by the way, lost to Madcap Moss a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown on Fox. Of course, it led to Corbin calling out Pat McAfee for his criticism on commentary. Pat McAfee would later, in turn, challenge Baron Corbin in a match at SummerSlam due to Corbin's disrespect. Corbin, of course, accepted the matchup. However, over the past couple of weeks, Corbin has been humiliating Pat McAfee, including what happened this past week on SmackDown on Fox when Corbin was acting as a fan of the crowd and actually throwing popcorn at Pat McAfee and would then later deliver a low blow. Pat McAfee right now, look at this, going to be wasting a little time here, attacking Corbin. What a headbutt now. Happy Corbin has been floored. Pat McAfee made his debut as a commentator in the WWE last year in 2021, but he, of course, competed at WrestleMania this past April, and now tonight at SummerSlam, soiling his hands with Happy Corbin. And we know how dangerous Happy Corbin can be. Wait a minute! Pat McAfee from the top rope! Pat McAfee from the top rope launching himself onto Happy Corbin. Happy Corbin is now in trouble now because Pat McAfee seems to be in control. Happy Corbin right now. Oh my, no. Pat McAfee launches Corbin onto the barricade and delivers a knee right into the side of the face. This is not going to be good here. Looks like Pat McAfee at the early going seems to be in control. Let's not forget both Pat McAfee and Baron Corbin, Happy Corbin, actually know each other. In fact, both Pat McAfee and Happy Corbin both played in the National Football League back in the day, and tonight they're bitter enemies here. Can see the referee now is beginning to count here. You gotta watch out because if the referee counts at 10, both superstars will be counted out. As Pat McAfee having hold of Happy Corbin, there's the jab. Pat McAfee, who knows all about jabbing and out in the WWE. In fact, he's had many matches in the past in NXT. Of course, had a great victory against Austin Theory at WrestleMania, and now has a chance to defeat Happy Corbin here tonight. But right now, Corbin plants McAfee, and Corbin realizes that the referee was near at 10, made it back into the ring. You gotta get back into the ring, Pat. And Pat McAfee indeed makes it back into the ring right now. McAfee with a right hand already to the abdomen. And now Happy Corbin seems to be right now in trouble. Both of these superstars have so much animosity towards each other. Again, it all began whenever Corbin couldn't get the job done and lost to Madcap Moss. Pat McAfee openly on commentary was actually criticizing Happy Corbin, and Corbin didn't take that too lightly, and of course had an exception to Corbin's or McAfee's comments on commentary. Took exception to his words, and now looks like these two now settling their differences in the ring. Corbin having a hold of Pat McAfee. There's a shot to the stomach now. McAfee going for a ride. Happy Corbin having a hold of Pat McAfee. What is he doing now? And he throws McAfee up and over the top. A powerbomb on outside of the floor below. The referee can count to 100. There's no... And McAfee actually gets up. McAfee showing us something. McAfee does indeed have a lot of fight here. Back into the ring. There's a right hand. There's a jab right now. You can hear the fans in the background to begin to will and support Pat on. And now Happy Corbin makes it up to his feet, grappling Pat McAfee at the moment, but it looks like a right reversal from Pat. Great reversal from Happy Corbin. And there's a right hand to the side of the face right now. Corbin last week on SmackDown said that he was going to make sure he was going to make Pat McAfee pay. Pat McAfee in turn did say that he was going to make Happy Corbin pay for everything that he's done. These two superstars, wait a minute, first cover the matchup. Here's the cover, there's two, and a kick out by Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee, who is a beloved WWE figure. In fact, he's been here for the past couple of years, but ever since he's joined the WWE ranks, he's indeed had so much adulation from the fans. There was a knee to the spine, but Corbin right now is in trouble because Pat McAfee is beginning to fight back now. There's a knee right into the midsection, clubbing blow right into the back of the neck, and now Pat McAfee's feeling it here. Pat McAfee sizing up Happy Corbin. Corbin's in trouble. Look at this, and Corbin, though, with a great reversal now. But it's McAfee with a reversal, and there's another jab, another shot there to the sternum. Corbin seems to be the larger of the two as Corbin whipped into the corner right there with such force. Pat McAfee is in control right now, and now look at plants Corbin face first off the canvas below. Pat McAfee is indeed rolling, and he's going to make Corbin pay. Corbin up to his feet. Pat McAfee, a shot to the midsection again. Here comes Corbin. Gonna go for a ride. Pat McAfee now plants Corbin off the powerbomb. And Pat McAfee having his own way with Corbin. Here's the cover. Hooks the leg. The referee counts at 1. Is it going to be it? Can McAfee actually win tonight? It looks like Corbin just kicked out, much to the dismay and chagrin of McAfee. You know, Pat McAfee's had a great resume here in the WWE, but he would love to continue that resume by defeating Corbin here tonight. But Corbin's going to defeat McAfee off the end of days. Here's the cover. Hooks the leg. There's 2. McAfee kicks out, though. McAfee just kicks out. McAfee had the wherewithal to kick out. Happy Corbin is in disbelief, but he's going to continue the assault from the top rope. There's the knee. Across the head, across the skull. Pat McAfee is battered and bruised, but he's not out just yet as he delivers the fight already. But Corbin, though, with the quick jabs now. Ooh, taking it to McAfee, and that left jab just knocked Pat McAfee down, at least for an instant, because right now Pat McAfee is up to his feet, but already in the shoulders of Happy Corbin. And Happy Corbin places Pat McAfee to the top rope now. Pat McAfee is indeed in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the constant kicks and shots. There was so much hatred from Happy Corbin here tonight. Happy Corbin just couldn't stand being laughed at. And the fact that Pat McAfee led the WWE fans to laugh at Baron Corbin, to laugh at Happy Corbin, that is what led to these two having so much hate and disdain. There's another jab right now. There's Happy Corbin with a shot. What does he have in mind here? Look at this. Up and down goes Pat McAfee, and great subsequent shot there. Great sequence from Happy Corbin, who's very calculated as well. Picks up Corbin, delivers the knee right into the spine now. Corbin, cover. McAfee's in trouble. There's one. Hook of the leg. And a kick out by McAfee. McAfee, of course, now is kicking out. Look at Happy Corbin. Frustration beginning to build. Arguing with the referee, saying that was indeed 3. But wait a minute, this is not going to be good here, because Happy Corbin has more plans here tonight. But McAfee thwarting that plan. And a shot down already. What a tackle. Pat McAfee knows all about the tackles. He was a former football player in the NFL. And another tackle there on display. A lot of the great WWE fans are definitely willing on Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee always trends on Twitter because of the amount of support, because of the amount of love that they're showing to Pat. And Pat once again from the top, flying now on a Corbin. Pat McAfee is indeed rolling, ladies and gentlemen. And once again plants Corbin face first. That's got to be it here. Corbin is in deep, deep trouble, folks. And this is for everything that Corbin has done to McAfee. The low blows, the constant humiliation, the trash talking. McAfee's going to make sure he pays. McAfee's going to make sure Corbin pays. Another power bomb, and it looks like McAfee's going to do one more. But instead, though, Corbin thwarted that power bomb, that possible power bomb. There's another shot again, and that left jab just floored Pat McAfee below. McAfee up to his feet, and another tackle. This is a great matchup here, ladies and gentlemen. Back and forth action like a game of checkers. That's what the WWE is all about. Here, part of the Gaming Weekly, simulating great WWE matches. SummerSlam going to be live on Peacock here tonight. And around the world on the WWE Network, you get to see this incredible matchup between the two. Corbin launched up and over the top rope. Pat McAfee now beginning to feel it. Pat McAfee seems to be actually taunting one Happy Corbin, saying, hey, listen, Corbin, you're outside of the ring. You're a bum. I'm in the ring. I'm superior. Let's do this thing. Referee counting at 3. If Corbin stays out there by 10, McAfee will indeed win. But it looks like Corbin is up to his feet, made it back into the ring, and the matchup is going to continue. Launches McAfee on the apron. You got to watch out here. Looks like Pat now delivers a right of his own. Corbin is in trouble. Pat McAfee, once again, another right already into the midsection. And Corbin, though, with a great reversal, a great block. Pat McAfee decided to take it on Twitter this past week and said, quote, Baron Corbin is nothing more but a bum. Of course, so many added humiliation. No, 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 no! The end of days is connected! Corbin with the end of days to Pat McAfee. There's 2! Pat McAfee loses. Happy Corbin with a surprising victory over McAfee.
Here is your winner, Happy Corbin.
This isn't something that many people expected. This is not a win in which nobody really expected to see. Everyone was expecting Pat McAfee to win. Nobody was expecting this man, Happy Corbin, the brash, the cocky, the loudmouth, Happy Corbin to pick up the victory over Pat McAfee at SummerSlam.